They said he'd lead after 3 years. They said he wouldn't do more than 4. They said he'd get bored and go somewhere else when, things didn't go well for him in the Premier League. They said he wouldn't do 7 years. Surely he wouldn't do 10. Guys, he's got to do minimum 11. Guardiola has just signed a 2-year extension. And I tell you what, I needed that news. I really did need that news today. We've had a long day on the sofa, feeling a bit run down. I know you're thinking run down again. It's not going. But this is an absolute wonderful shot in the arm for Manchester City Football Club right now. We're going to have 11 years minimum of the best manager in world football. The rumours were that it was going to be a 1-year deal with the option of extension, but nope, he's just come out and signed a 2-year deal. This is absolutely wonderful. This is phenomenal news, which is going to change, once again, the shape of Manchester City's future. It's a huge statement, absolutely huge. I thought he'd do 1 year, then consider staying another, but 2 years, that isn't just, committing. That's part of the rebuild. This is going to be a different Manchester City side by the time he leaves, whatever that's going to be. But it means we don't have to worry about thinking about where Vinny's going to be, or Xabi Alonso, or Arteta, or Nagelsmann, or Ruben Amorim, or whoever. We've got Guardiola for 2 more years, and that's absolutely wonderful. And now, of course, got a new director of football coming in, Hugo Viana. We're going to see Manchester City change again. We're going to see the greatest of all time lead this club, hopefully, to not just 5, but maybe to 6 in a row. Imagine that. It's absolutely wonderful news. I'll go over to the City's Twitter account where they did this wonderful video. They had this video of Guardiola. It's got clips of him staying in, all this kind of stuff, saying, I am not moving from this seat, I am here to stay, and all that kind of stuff. That's our man there, our wonderful man. I'm not moving, I can assure you. It's that quote from the famous press conference, and honestly, it's absolutely wonderful. I'm sure by now you've all pretty much watched a documentary too. You know the power and the importance of a man like Pep Guardiola, the charisma, the intelligence, the drive, the determination. He's incomparable. Absolutely no one has the complete package that he does. The best coach, the best motivator, the best people person, just an absolute genius, the best tactician. Guardiola, phenomenal, and he's ours for 2 more years. Guys, please give the video a like. It would be most appreciated if you don't mind. Let's go over to the Man City's website and actually read about what it says. Where's the actual news? There we go. Guardiola signs a new contract. It says Guardiola signed a new 2-year deal with Manchester City. It says 2-year contract extension, actually. The Catalan's new deal will mean he'll have spent more than a decade as City manager. Guardiola's time at City is one laden with success. He's so far won 18 major trophies, including 6 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League. By winning the Premier League title last season, City became the first men's team in the history of English football to win 4 top-flight titles in a row. Where's your 4 in a row? Eh? Yeah, you got one, have you? Unless you were one of us. And the previous campaign, seeing Guardiola lead City to a magnificent treble of Premier League, Champions League, and FA Cup. Yep. All that kind of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. His record is remarkable. Win percentage of 72%. Essentially, more around 3 and 4 games City win, which is crazy. It's a phenomenal record, but that's what this Guardiola side does. Is what he does, 490 matches in charge means only Les McDowell is ahead of the all-time games managed. There's a very good chance here Guardiola needs to get another 97 games managed to be the most managed manager of all time, if that makes sense. He's going to get there as well, so he'll be our longest serving ever manager. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's wonderful news. It's genuinely wonderful. Yeah, there's a possibility he'll serve as our longest-serving manager. Almost certainly will. Guardiola, Caldoon said this. Caldoon had to say, like every City fan, I'm delighted that Pep's journey with City will continue, allowing his dedication, passion and innovative thinking to continue to shape the landscape of the game. His hunger for improvement and success remains insatiable, and the direct beneficiaries of that will continue to be our players and coaching staff, the culture of the club and the English game at large. This renewal will take Pep beyond a decade of coaching Man City and the opportunity to continue to write the managerial record books. Do you know what this is exciting for me? Imagine if we actually go down and we actually get relegated now, and with the Chargers, and he stays for 2 years. It'd be wonderful. Yeah, like just 2 years in the lower leagues. It'd be better if he just wins the Premier League, of course. Anyway, Guardiola said this about it. He had this to say. He said, Man City means so much to me. This is my 9th season here. We've experienced so many amazing times together. I have a really special feeling for this football club. That's why I'm so happy to be staying for another 2 seasons. Thank you for everyone for continuing to trust and support me. The owner, the chairman, Khaldoon, Farhan, Cheeky, the players, and of course the fans. Everyone connected to Man City. It's been a privilege, an honour and a pleasure to be here. I've said this many times before, but I have everything a manager could ever wish for, and I appreciate that so much. Hopefully we can have more trophies to ones we already have. That'll be my focus. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Like there's no denying it. Where's the man? Let's get a photo of. There he is there with Cheeky and Soriano. Yeah, there's no denying this is momentous news. Absolutely wonderful news. Guys, come on. 180 people watching and 30 likes. You can do better than that. Come on. But like right now, this is the shot in the arm that this club need. Like this 2-week international break, it's lasted a long time. It's also flown by, which is the strange way of the world, fast and quick at the same time. But we needed it because the last month has felt like a lifetime for Manchester City, given all the injuries. It's 2 directly, by the way. Shrija in the chat asks, is it 1+1? No, it's 2 directly. So it'll be this entire season and then 2 after that. So it'll be the 25-26 season, the 26-27. So 2027 is when he'll be leaving at the end of that, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't think Farhan will be photoshopped, mate. I think he'll actually be there. Like you don't mess around with that. And you don't mess around with that. You get Farhan and Cheeky in a shot with Guardiola, don't you? Maybe he isn't. I don't know. But it's massive. So basically, the thing for me is like what I love about this is the certainty that gives Manchester City Football Club, because so much has been made of where City squad is right now. And I actually agree that there's probably a bit of a rebuild that needs to be had. We need to oversee the transition of a life without Kyle Walker, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. We need to bring in, obviously, other players are getting older as well. We've got a few over 30 now. Like Bernardo might not be here in a couple of years' time. Who else? Kovacic probably won't be. John Stones. There's a few that probably won't be here. So we need to see Guardiola start to build the squad, and I maintain there's no better coach in world football to learn and teach players new tricks than Guardiola. So anything that we look for in the future, like if we're going to sign new players this summer, we need to have Guardiola have the time with them. So if you get us minimum 2 seasons for the next generation, when the likes of De Bruyne walk off into the sunset, Guardiola will be the man to teach them how to step up into that legacy, basically. So it's really exciting news. It secures City's future. It terrifies our rivals because he is the one man that terrifies everyone. I don't think we're ever getting Alonso, by the way, Jean Cartier, because he's going to Real Madrid clearly. So maybe not, mate. Maybe 2 years from now, Alonso will be bored of Real Madrid, you know? So I don't think we will never get Alonso anyway. No chance. He's clearly going to Real Madrid. Alonso is 100% going to Real Madrid in the summer. I think it's obvious that. So I was never worried about that. And if I'm being honest, I looked around the market, Alonso aside, I was like, there's no one else I really wanted. So this is... We've got the best. We've got the best. No one comes close to Guardiola. And I do think, the thing about what I love about this is when Guardiola commits to something, it changes his attitude and his approach. So I do feel... Not that it changes it. I guess it refocuses him. It refocuses everyone around him. Of course, there's rumours about Haaland and Rodri contracts coming in. So I do think now, basically, any players who aren't sure of their future or want to know what's going on, they've had the greatest to ever do it go, I'm staying. Are you coming with me? And that is there's a real power to that. There's a real power to a manager confirming that he's committed to this project and he's going to be here and he's going to drive to win more titles. And if you want to be involved in that, buckle in and get comfy, because it's going to be a hell of a ride. And I do feel the clarity that this allows us. And once again, I actually think Guardiola would stay even if we got punted down the leagues with the 115 charges. That will happen, and we certainly won't. But I think he would do. And this is great news. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful news. I can't wait to see how he works with Hugo Viana. Obviously, Cheeky's moved on. So he'll be gone in the summer, which means Guardiola has 2 years working with a new football director. And I think actually he'll enjoy it. I think there's something to be said for a new challenge, and Hugo Viana, by all accounts, seems to be a very smart, likeable person. I'm sure he's got more than a few traits that Cheeky's got in general. You can't always work with the same people. I know he's one of his best friends in football, a man that he adores, but we know Cheeky's going, Diaz. Like, let's not get too far. Can I just defend Cheeky for a second? no one wants to give him credit when the signings are really good, but if you have a couple of bad ones, everyone wants to blame him. Like, I think he's more than built a team capable. Cheeky's been massively involved, and he's not the only one involved. They're all involved, from Soriano to Omar Barada before he left, to Cheeky, to Guardiola, to Brian Marwood, people like that. They're always involved, so there's many people involved in a transfer decision, the monetary side and all that kind of stuff. It's complicated, but what I do know is that the combination of all these people have created the greatest ever 10-year period of any English football team ever. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. So yeah. There we go. I'm very happy about this. I think it's wonderful news. I think it's a massive 69 likes. Nice. It's massive news ahead of the weekend, ahead of Spurs. I don't know. Right now, this 2-year extension, all these players back in training. I don't think he did it, Diaz. You got to bear in mind, mate. Like, Cheeky's not the one deciding. There were rumours it was Guardiola who did it, actually. It was Guardiola who decided that he didn't want any signings, and then he wanted Gundogan who was available. So there you go. You've got to bear in mind that we only see 1% of the picture. There were rumours that Pep likes a small squad, and City have been trying to give him players, and he said no to them. Like, they offered him Kyogo Furuhashi from Celtic, and he went no. And I don't know. I think the money, he doesn't control the money, don't forget, Cheeky. He doesn't. The fees and the money come from above him, from people like Ferran Soriano and Khaldoon. And before it was Omar Baradi, who was the chief operating officer, who decided on the financial outlay. So he doesn't control the money. He talks to the agents, he talks to the players. That's his job. That's it. So he's not there haggling in terms of money. He's got a limit he's allowed to spend. And that's it. So we need to remember that. And Guardiola's very much complicit in all this too. They'll fix it. They will do. But this is wonderful news. Yeah, wonderful news. I can't wait to see how City look 2 years from now. I'm sure they'll be healthy. I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah, I'm buzzing about this, guys. Just a quick video. I've always talked about this, of course, in the video the other day. 11 years of Josep Salah. Yeah, wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I'm delighted, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go get some dinner because I'm absolutely starving. There'll be a match preview tomorrow, of course. But for now, we've got Guardiola. We've got Guardiola. Yes, Tosco's career is wrong. In a bit, guys, we've got the best manager in the world for a minimum of 11 years. Wonderful stuff. Bye-bye.